I'm Phil, and this is Amore Mio Erin. We're now into year 2 of our nomadic family life, having experienced over 30 luxurious trips around the globe with our young kids. During our week-long stay in Tuscany, Italy, we worked with a local expert to compile an itinerary of 7 unique and authentic food experiences. Our first stop also happens to be our family's first taste of true Italian pasta, as we enjoy an al fresco lunch overlooking the city center of Siena at a little place called Mangia. The name comes from the tower of the Palazzo Comunale. With wondrous views of the Piazza, you can enjoy traditional Sienese and regional dishes.
I got the pici, and it's with mushroom, and it's just all I wanted for lunch today. First lunch in Italy. This is exactly what I wanted and needed. This is delicious. First time eating pasta in Italy. And I have so much gratitude for it.
And for me, thank you. Oh wow.
I know, right?
I don't even want to know what's in that sauce. It is just incredible.
Well, we're off to a great start. Second meal in Italy, first actual restaurant place that we went to, and it was incredible.
Mind blown.
We're gonna walk around and see Siena here, and then we're gonna head off and get some gelato for the kids because they did such a good job of eating their food, and then it's off to the next place for dinner tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that it's gonna be hard to not order pasta for every single meal here if they are like our lunch today. That was beyond expectations.
After experiencing the quality and flavors of that meal, we're taking a short stop to fill the kids with gelato and treat ourselves to a local wine tasting with food pairings in a medieval village that Erin clearly can't pronounce.
On our way back from Siena, we are stopping at
Monterrigioni.
Monterrigioni. And it is the walled city. It is a perfect circle. They just followed the natural curves of the land. Turned out to be a perfect circle, and it's beautifully walled, and it has 14 tower structures around it. And it's adorable. So we are sitting down to have a little wine tasting. We're gonna do 2 reds and 1 white, just a little taste. But he did warn me and said that they're generous here. And they have a little tastings with them, like a little piece of salami, maybe a truffle. We'll see.
Very fresh.
The aroma, it almost has this cognac-y aroma to it. Also, all the things he said, like cherry and blackberry and plum pepper. You can taste the history.
So it's good. It's cheese with some good sauce on it. What kind of sauce is it?
It's honey.
That's why I like it so much.
To wrap up our first full day of experiences, our Inspirato concierge set us up at a restaurant that's a favorite among locals and just a 10-minute drive from our hilltop villa.
Chianti Classico. It's very good.
Here we are at our first dinner out in Tuscany. It's a little place called El Grillo Moro, which means the dark cricket. And this place is a lot like what we just had for lunch in terms of the menu. Pasta dishes for the main course, lots of steaks that they're very well known for, but personally I'm planning to save my beef appetite for another meal that we're having on this trip. So, we just got ourselves a nice bottle of Chianti Classico. We're going to enjoy this until our beef carpaccio comes, and then we're going to dig into our entrees, which you'll see in a bit.
It is not carpaccio, it is tartare. Phil got us this for an appetizer. We're gonna share it, and it looks amazing. It cuts through like nothing.
Wow. There's something unique about this one. It's almost tastes buttery.
Yeah.
It's super good. And it's a little like spongy in a very good way, you know? Like it's chunkier, not chopped quite so small, but it's still like got so much sponginess to it.
It's so good.
They're good?
So good.
I got the server's recommendation, and he said this was his favorite. This is like a crispy beef on the outside, so it's just
tenderloin?
lightly fried. I don't know what cut it is. It looks perfect. And then I got some white beans, but let me take a little taste of this.
I want to try that.
Babe, you're gonna love this. That crispy outside
That's so crazy.
is so good. It's almost like bacon.
The meat?
Something about it is bacony.
Did you try it?
I did. I want you to try the edge piece.
That is so interesting and delicious and cool.
Yeah, that is delicious. And Tuscany for dinner is well known for their meat and their white beans. So
Really?
Yep.
I don't know that.
I did it right today. And it goes to show, if you don't know what to order, ask the server what their favorite is.
Can you see what this is? That's right, it's a slice of truffle.
It's a truffle.
Tastes like a mushroom.
Truffles are mushrooms.
There we go.
What'd you get?
Tagliatelle, if I remember correctly. A little bit of everything. That's so good. This might be the best one of the day.
Phil just called this my boxes of failure, so. And the beans. But now we've made our way to Casole Della, and we are gonna have dinner here.
Yeah, cool little place, very authentic, and it is called Caffè Casole.
So we're in for some more authentic Italian food. This is what was recommended to us by our concierge for what is gonna be the best tasting, the most authentic, what the locals go to.
And hopefully have some really good wine.
And tiramisu.
There are so many menus here. We have a tasting menu for the wine. How cute is this? This is their special wines. It's written on like a piece of school notebook paper with handwriting. Adorable. So that's the wine menu, drink menu. We've got a street food menu. And then we have the main menu. So many things we have to get through. Let's start with drinks.
It smells so light. That was really good. I think you're gonna like it.
All right, I think we got a really good wine. This is a Merlot, Sangiovese, and Cabernet, and it's from the special menu. And this is like a half a dozen wines where they only have one bottle of each. So we got one of the best ones for tonight. L'Estance. Yeah, that's one of the better bottles we've had all week.
This olive oil was made here from Casole Della. It's so good. There is nothing like olive oil in Tuscany.
I could easily live without the bread here, but I cannot skip the olive oil. It's the thing I crave more than anything else other than wine here.
Phil ordered us an appetizer. It is beef tongue with a red apple, raspberries, and tarragon sauce. It smells incredible. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, it cuts right through. That is delicious. It's as tender as carpaccio. It's salty, it's smooth, that's delicious. That's really good.
Sure, but I mean, I feel weird eating a cow's tongue.
What do you think?
It has a slight taste of grass.
Oh my gosh, both of our dinners look incredible, but this, I essentially got macaroni and cheese with shrimp tartare, but that just sounds too simplified, I guess. It is a pecorino sauce. It's like a cacio e pepe. So it's pecorino sauce and lots of big chunks of black pepper and holy smoke. There's also lemon rind. Really picks up all the flavors. But this shrimp tartare, it like spreads and melts in your mouth. With this pasta is so al dente, it's like you have to cut through it, and then everything just welds together. My mind is blown. You've got to try it, honey. You've got to. I'm going to make you a bite.
All right, this is notable because she hated lemons until very recently, and it was all because of Italy that she started liking some citrus fruit. Oh wow, such a contrast of flavors. Like the creaminess from that sauce, but with the citrus and the shrimp, they're like diametrically opposed. When you bring them together, it is a burst of flavor in your mouth. I know people say that, but seriously, that's what it feels like, a burst of flavor in your mouth. That is incredible. I'm gonna try mine. So this is
tagliatelle, and this is with a pork white ragu, and it has some pistachio crumbs. Oh, that's good. That is that really good pork from right here in Tuscany. So delicious. And it's like, it's not very saucy at all, you know? It's not like having a nice runny tomato-based red ragu. This is just kind of drier with olive oil and probably some white wine, and then you've got the pork in there, and those pistachio crumbs really do come through. Here, you try this one.
Yeah, you can really smell that pork and white wine.
Isn't that good?
That is very good. I have to say, these are a lot more subtle flavors, but marry very well. That's really good. Very light compared to mine. It's probably a little more rich. I think mine is insane.
I think we're all thoroughly stuffed, which can only mean one thing. You only have room for dessert. Let's get some tiramisu.
So cute. It's beautiful. Wait.
Thank you.
You got some?
Grazie. Tiramisu in Italy. Let's see what it's all about. Oh, that's like custardier than I thought it was going to be, or that I've had before in the US. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's the best bite of all because I got so much espresso in that one. I have to get one more.
We really enjoyed that food and that dessert, but now we gotta go back to the villa and watch a Netflix show of a restaurant that we're going to tomorrow night.
When we decided to venture out and spend a day in the nearby region of Chianti, our trip planner recommended a spot we couldn't miss, in the historic birthplace and home of Chianti Classico.
We are at Colle Bereto. Am I saying that right? Colle Bereto in Chianti, and we're gonna check out this gorgeous vineyard. We're gonna taste some wine. We're gonna taste some olive oil. Yes, and then we're gonna have an awesome lunch.
So this is fascinating. Bernardo was just telling us that what's unique about their wines here, which are certified organic, by the way, is that they don't irrigate any of their vines here. The roots are so old and so deep that they get all of their water from the ground. And that's cool because if you have a wine that's 13% alcohol, that means it's about 87% water. So if you're putting artificial water into the mix, it's really going to affect the quality and the flavor of that wine. Whereas here, it's pulling it naturally from the ground, so you really get that terroir.
Taking a grape right off the vine, Sangiovese. Wow, seeds. So sweet. That's sweeter than I thought it would be.
As soon as we stepped onto the property, we felt like family and were given a behind-the-scenes look at this award-winning traditional winery. The vineyards are gorgeously sprawled along the Tuscan hillsides and create the perfect conditions for a variety of top-notch wines. But the pinnacle of this experience was the private wine tasting and organic lunch under the shade of grape leaves and overlooking the sprawling vineyards. In addition to trying every wine in their lineup, and even letting the kids sip a few, we got a taste of the Colle Bereto Soul.
Is a cracker soaked in their olive oil. Very good olive oil.
Knowing that every ingredient in the meal was grown, harvested, and prepared right here. It turns out Colt inherited my love for bubbly.
Yeah.
The kids' taste for red wines, though, not so much.
I feel like it's like bitter.
Man, I feel so grateful, so much gratitude that we found this place, that it was recommended to us by our concierge with Inspirato, and it was really something special. It wasn't your typical wine tour or wine tasting you would get in Napa, which is special in a different way, but this was so authentic, and it was just like a family and a culture here that we'd never experienced before.
But this is like the creme de la creme. It is Chianti, this tiny little area, and here we are standing in the middle, seeing the exact grapes that they're pulling off, making these wines, and then we're drinking these wines. It's insane.
It makes the wine experience more personal. I mean, I feel like I'm connecting with like all the work and the obsession that went into making a bottle of wine, and it's not their business, it's their craft, and they're damn good at it here.
I'm perfectly happy drinking nothing but Chianti.
And he gets obsessed, so I'm sure that's gonna happen.
But we'll be sure to include a link in the description so that you can actually come and order from here as well. Because again, this isn't just authentic Chianti wine. It is, by the way, Chianti Classico, which actually means that it's right here in the true Chianti region versus the extended Tuscan region, where people are allowed to create what's called Chianti now for the past 100 years or so. This is Chianti Classico, the real deal.
The black rooster.
The black rooster
You
on
have
the
to have
label.
that.
Gotta look for that black rooster.
Come here to Colle Bereto.
100% certified organic winery.
Fantastic.
All right, let's go. We're in Panzano, Tuscany, Italy, in front of one of the most famous restaurants in this area, thanks to Chef's Table on Netflix.
We are at Dario Cecchini's restaurant.
And it is called Officina Della Bistecca.
That's right, and this is actually a cow right behind us, and this is Chianti in my hands.
Yes, this is a requisite complimentary Chianti
Yes.
Classico from the staff here.
If you've seen the show, you know how excited we are. If you haven't seen the show,
You've got to watch this
you
episode.
need to watch it because it is so inspiring to hear his whole story and to see how he honors the entire cow, and it's like this whole process, and he's so dedicated to his work that
And not
it
just
comes
cows,
through in his food.
pigs, whatever they have in here. So
Yeah.
part of this is he's got an amazing butcher shop right in here.
And that's what he's
then-
really well known for. Yeah.
Is it? And then we go through, and then it's a restaurant. It's a single table restaurant, so everybody sits together. There's only one reservation time all night because everybody eats one meal together, whether you know anyone else
Yeah.
or not. It's just a very social atmosphere
Family style.
and super fun. Apparently, it's going to be over the top.
It's gonna be over the top. We're gonna have a lot of steak.
Yeah, we better be very hungry.
So we are here, seated, and we're here, and we're singing.
Dip these awesome vegetables in a little bit of olive oil and then this seasoned salt they have. Ah, awesome. And some wine, babe.
Yeah. Cheers.
Carne diem.
Carne diem. The Chianti is flowing. The idea for the restaurant was that everybody sits together, family style. But because of COVID, we have to have some separate tables and separation in the tables. So we don't get to pony up and be right next to some neighbors and talk and get to know them like the original concept of the restaurant was.
Tell us what you're most excited about eating and why.
The cow, because it looks juicy, and I just left my face with it. The steak looks
Why are you so excited?
This is steak course number 1. Tartare. And
Is it
it's
crudo or tartare?
It's tartare, yeah. I think the next one is a crudo, but this one is tartare. It looks amazing, smells amazing. That color is amazing. It's amazing.
Yes. I'll gobble this thing down in less than a minute. No, seriously, this is so good. I'll stuff all of it in my mouth.
I'll keep it smaller bites.
She's right. It is amazing. There's like garlic in there.
Ooh, I smell it. Prego.
This is carpaccio. It's seared and tender. It almost looks like roast beef.
I'm not sure. American carpaccio. That's pretty thick cut. Oh man. Because in the U.S. it's always carpaccio is cold, but this is, like you said, it's cooked. It's just cooked very rare, and it's it's so warm and crusty.
It's the best meat I've ever had.
This looks delicious. I have to use my cheat sheet. Etrusco o costata. And it looks so juicy. Wow. Look at that color. See that color. It's so tender. It's so juicy.
I eat mine slowly because it'll last longer.
That's true. One of my favorite things in Tuscany are the Tuscan white beans. Cooked in olive oil, maybe white wine, maybe? It's got like a white wine brothy flavoring. There's good beans. Bistecca Panzanese. This is Panzanese steak. I like these end pieces because you get the bark. This is good. It tastes like more of a traditional steak, texture-wise. It's really good. That's good beef.
I'm going to take this baked potato. I'm going to cut it right here, right down the middle. And then I'm going to take some of this. Yeah, look at that. You know what that is?
So I'm sitting here thinking, this is so good. It's almost like a gel. I was thinking it's butter. I think it called it Tuscan butter on the menu, but Phil pointed out it's probably lard or something because Dario uses every part of the cow possible. So I bet this ties back to the cow as well. And it's really tasty.
Grazie.
And this is it, the final cut. This is what Dario's really known for, is his Florentine steak.
The big show.
The big show. Oh, that smells so good. If you love steak, this is your steak. Just really good food.
We're incredibly grateful to have checked Dario's restaurant off of our bucket list. For our final authentic Tuscan food experience, we're spending the afternoon at Podere Paugnano, a family-run goat cheese farm. And we're learning about the pecorinos they produce and enjoying an incredible, homemade, family-style, al fresco Tuscan lunch with the family themselves. This farm is completely organic and follows a simple philosophy of respect for nature and self-sufficiency. The setting couldn't be more perfect for a breakaway from a busy life like ours. Every dish is lovingly created by the family and friends of the household, using fresh products collected on the farm or produced in nearby organic farms. In addition to the authentic flavors, we passed the time discussing everything from history to politics, and we did almost all of it in Italian, with a little translation help from their oldest daughter and our iPhones, of course. We're in love with the Tuscan life, and that made this experience the perfect conclusion to a fantastic week in Tuscany. As they say, all good things come to an end, and now it's time for us to jet off to our next destination. If you haven't already, please consider tapping that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can come along on our next exciting journey. Thanks for watching. Since we're in Italy, it's only fitting to give a quick shout out to our friends at mozzafiato.com for supporting this channel.
Not many people know that the majority of the world's beauty products are produced in Italy, where their commitment and exquisite ingredients and formulations delivers an unparalleled beauty experience.
Mozzafiato.com brings the spirit and connection to your home. Never before has the North American market had access to the products of dozens of iconic Italian beauty brands, nor have they had access to the behind-the-scenes stories around how those brands were started.
From legendary fragrances and gifts for home and leading-edge skincare routines, subscription boxes and gifts, the products they've selected transport both of us to the very soul of Italy.
Each brand in the Mozzafiato collection has been carefully selected as an embodiment of the incomparable Italian standard.
I am in love with their Perlier line from Milan, especially the honey anti-aging body balm that makes your skin feel like silk. And the Akakapa hairbrushes are so primo yet affordable that I have replaced every brush in our home with them.
And their Pro Rosso line has taken my shaving game to a whole new level, although that's just a fraction of Mozzafiato's men's product collections.
Even our kids go nuts for the exotic Marvis toothpaste flavors.
So if you want to experience the Italian beauty difference for yourself, just go to mozzafiato.com and use the promo code ALWAYSBECHANGING.
You'll not only get 10% off your first order, but the first 100 people to use this code will also get a personal thank you card from us and an Always Be Changing decal that you can slap somewhere to remind you that the life of your dreams lies just outside of your comfort zone.
2 years ago, we decided it was time for my ad agency to abandon the in-person 5-day work week. So we 86'd our office and work hours, allowing our own family of 5 to start traveling almost constantly.
We now work, school, and explore in a new place every week. From our own mountain and beach homes to exotic villas, resorts, and yachts around the world. As we experience and support diverse cultures, we hope to inspire more families to design a life of freedom and adventure.
Because there's a new American dream. It's one that's void of templated expectations, templated career paths, templated education, templated families, templated homes, and templated lives. Freedom's no longer American tagline, it's just the new global way of life.
Every day that you spend doing something that doesn't fulfill you to your core, you're living your life on pause. You're deferring genuine family time with no guarantee that there will be a tomorrow or a someday. Some people follow that mentality their entire lives. We've chosen to never live that way again.
We appreciate you following our journey. The more our channel grows, the more time we can spend traveling to more locations, contributing to these cultures, highlighting local businesses, and sharing inspiring stories from these communities.
So please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing so that you can stick with us for the long haul.